Hey everyone, this is Andy, and today I'm going to show you guys how to utilize seller SEO when it comes to our courses. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the tools and how each of them works, and hopefully these tools can help you get to the next level when it comes to time to get your product live. The first tool that we have here is called a Costinator, and what this tool helps you do is look at the full cost of how much your product is going to cost you in terms of fee. So, in other words, you would put in your ASIN. If your product is not yet live, you can put in the specifics like weight, length, width, height, sales price, and then it'll give you the fee. So I'll go ahead and show you how it works first with an ASIN. So you can go ahead and put an ASIN in, hit fetch, and that'll automatically go to Amazon and it'll get all these values for you. And you can see here at a sales price of $229, Amazon fees $41.09. If you sold 100 units, you would make $187.91 per unit. Now, what you need to think about here is the fact that there's some costs in here that you're not counting. So this total profit here is misleading until you enter those. So we could say these cost us $25 to manufacture, $2 a piece to get those products to Amazon. Now you can see here that our profit has dropped down now to $160. Now, what we want to do here is look at our target profit margin. Say we wanted to make 35%, which is pretty healthy profit margin, not bad at all. I mean, 50 is fantastic, but 35 is not bad at all. So that would mean here this gives you a little overview of what you can expect to pay in ads. So if your target A cost was your target profit margin was 35%. Your target ACOS, the most you could spend on ads in terms of ACOS would be 35% in order to get you to that profit that you're looking for. So that's how to do it, with pulling the ASIN. Now, if you want to enter it manually, you can do that once again. Like I said, if you're 5 pounds, 2 inches in length, 2 inches in width, 8.84, and our sales price was $150. You can hit this button here. You'll see it changed the fees automatically, and then it updated all of this data as well. And your total profit is also updated down here. So this tool really helps you, get a great idea before you even source a product. What kind of profit margin to look for, and also the fees involved. Now, just take note, this is just an overview. It's not going to give you things like, if you're paying an employee, any of the other costs associated with your business. This is just costs associated with Amazon alone. So just be aware of that. All right, next up, we have our listing lightning tool. Now, what this tool will do is it will help you create an SEO optimized product listing without knowing anything about SEO or very little about SEO. So all you really need to do here is enter your main phrase. So say we were going to do a water bottle. You just enter water bottle. We're targeting the United States as a marketplace. Hit go. Now it's going to take about 30 seconds here. We're checking tons of different data points, and we're going to give you the best keywords and where to put them, which is pretty awesome. So you can see here we've got a bunch of words here, a bunch of phrases, and it goes down all the way to bullet point, down to the description and back-end keywords. So how you use this tool is you literally just click into the box and then try to include as many of these phrases in these sections as possible. So, if water bottle was your main target, you would, water bottle would definitely be something you want to include in your title. You can see here water bottle brush, water bottle stickers, water bottle with straw. If your water bottle has any of these additional features, you'd want to include them. If not, then you would continue down to the next line. You can see if you had a filter or if it was stainless steel, you can click on that. Now it says, are you sure you want to put this phrase into title 1? We're just going to hit never show again. That's just warning you that you're putting that phrase up here rather than down here where the suggestion was. But because these other phrases didn't quite make sense, then we are adding it to title part 1. Now, the other thing to think of is, depending on your category, you're going to have different, lengths of maximum length characters. So, say for example, beauty has a maximum, I believe, of 50 characters. So you can go in and click this thing and it'll tell you. And you can see here, you've used 41 out of 50 characters. We also have it broken up into title part 1 and part 2. That's simply to break it up between your mobile title and your desktop title. So, you want to have your mobile title optimized if possible. Now we're going to continue down here and build the listing. Now you would need to continue to fill this in as you go. So in other words, water bottle, you could say water bottle by Widgetco is the name of our company. And then you can say, put a little dash in there, water bottle stainless steel construction. So in other words, we are giving you the suggestions for the phrases, but you have to go in and fill in the blanks to make this actually make sense. Another cool thing that this tool will do is edit the text. So you can select all of it here and you can say change case. You can make it all uppercase. So if you wanted this all to be uppercase, you can do that. You can click here again and do title case where it just capitalizes the first letter of the word. That's the one I like. And so you would continue to do this and continue to fill this out all the way to the bottom. Now, what this is doing is forcing you to include some of these phrases and keywords that are going to get you ranked organically, which is super important. Now, a few more things to take note of on the side here. It says top 10 phrases. Use these phrases in multiple locations. So in other words, you'd want to use that in your title in at least 1 or 2 bullet points and then down in your description. Now, once again, if you have a water bottle without a straw, you probably don't want to include a straw. You could still use the word straw somewhere in the listing, says like works, compatible with a straw or something like that. But you don't want to add things that are not necessarily relevant to your product. Now, another cool thing here is we're giving you all the unused keywords here. So these are keywords that we think are fairly relevant to the phrase water bottle. That you would want to try to add. So another cool thing here, so say down here, I'm going to show you the description. I'm going to hit add all. And what you're going to see here is you're going to see a bunch of the words drop off these unused words. Let's add a few more here. Let's see if we can do some of theirs. You can see here how this has changed. Now it's getting shorter. Let's go ahead and add all of these everywhere so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. As I'm clicking that, you can see this list over here is getting smaller and smaller. It's a fairly large list in this case because water bottle is a pretty broad term. So you can see here we've gotten all the high ranking keywords in our listing by hitting the add all button. You of course probably don't want to do that because it won't make sense. It'll just be a big garble of keywords. But you can see here that there's still some unused words. Now these are probably a little bit less relevant, but might be relevant to what you're doing. So you can see here personalized, drink, refill, leak proof. So there are some here phrases, unused words here that you may want to include. And once again, you can add it. So you can see here the word safest. If I put safest into there, it'll drop off. So this is just a really good guide to help you guys, get the most data in here that you can in order to get those organic rankings, get that PPC. Now, another thing you want to take note of is while you're building this, you want to use the save option. What that'll do is you can so we can do water bottle and hit save. Now, what that'll do is that will save the current progress that you've done here. So if you've got that saved, you can let's go ahead and delete this and then save another one, and we'll call it water bottle again. And then once you do that, you can see up here that there's a little bar called saved listings, right? So you can go ahead and click on that. You can see here are some of the ones I've done in the past, but there's our water bottle listing. You can see we've saved it twice. What's really cool about this is you can see that we've edited this one or this one. This was the first version with the title in place, and this was the one without. So we can go ahead and click on that, and you'll see that now our title is back. So we've gone to that previous version. Now we can go back to this again and hit 2, and you'll see that it's gone now. So this is really great to try different versions of listings and to also save your progress. So definitely take that into account. Now the next tool here is our Chrome extension, and I'll just give a quick demo of that. What this does is give you keyword suggestions. So you can see here, if we click Apple, you'll see here we'll start getting a long list here of suggested keywords. This is really good if you're going to do things like PPC or just related keywords. That can work really well. All right, so then we're going to go back to our keyword tool. Now this is our index checker, and what this does is it will check to see if you are indexed for a specific keyword. So in other words, let's go ahead and pull this ASIN up here. We'll put that in, and I know that this is a thermostat, so you can check by keywords or phrases. I'm going to go ahead and add, let's see, temperature, and let's do Coke bottle. All right, so I'm intentionally adding some words that won't make sense for our listing because we're going to show you here how this works. So I went and entered my keywords, left it on keywords, and then I hit check now. So you can see here we've got 2 keywords indexed, 2 not indexed. If we go down, we can see which ones are indexed, which is thermostat, temperature. Both of those are indexed, Coke and bottle are not. And that makes sense because if we go to this product on Amazon, you'll see that it is the Nest Learning Thermostat. So temperature and thermostat makes sense as it being indexed, but Coke and bottle is not. The reason you want to check your indexing is to make sure that important keywords like thermostat and temperature are included in your listing. And what this does is it goes out and checks Amazon, searches for these keywords to see if your product comes up, and if not, then it tells you it doesn't. So Coke bottle not coming up, that makes sense because we're not selling a Coke bottle. But thermostat and temperature came up because it did. Now, if you do this and there are some keywords that you think are important that were not included, so things like thermostat, if you're selling a thermostat and that's not included, then that means that Amazon's not seeing your listing as relevant. And that means that you have to go back in and do some editing on your listing here to make sure that that word thermostat is maybe included in your title and in some other places. But that's an important step. All right, so the next tool we have here is Rank Rocket. The reason you want to use this is this will track your keywords. And the reason you need to track your keywords is to know if you are being ranked for those keywords and if you're doing any type of PPC or marketing, if that is working for you. So you can see here, it was an essential oil that we were looking at here. So you can see pure essential oil. So when we click into it, we've got a couple of keywords, essential oil and essential oil set. You can see here that this product is ranked number 5 currently for essential oil, but it's not ranked at all for essential oil set. So essential oil set might be something that we want to concentrate on in order to get more sales for this product. You can see here bestsellers rank. So this means like the overall rank of the product. If it's been selling more or less, it looks like they're having a big decline in sales here. They had during Christmas, looks like they went fairly high, and then they had a fairly big decline coming out of Christmas. Here's the price. You can see that they were at $7.99, then at $8.99, and they stayed at $8.99. So these are all really great data points in order to craft your listing and to make sure that you are getting the most out of ranking and keywords. All right, next is our PPC Dominator tool. This tool will help you build campaigns on Amazon. You have to have a general knowledge on how to do that. If you've ever used Amazon PPC, it's pretty straightforward. It's just like very similar to the interface on Amazon. You would name your campaign, give it a daily budget, the marketplace you're targeting, your start date, your end date if you wanted an end date, whether you're doing an auto campaign or a manual campaign, if you're doing any dynamic bidding, if you're doing a top of search or product page, if you're doing keyword targeting or product targeting, and then status paused, enabled, archived. So if you're doing keyword targeting, for example, you'd enter the name of the ad group, the max bid, your SKU, and then keywords. You can add keywords using the Seller SEO keyword tool that I showed you previously. You can search right from here, search and add keywords. And then down here, match types, you can add multiple match types and we'll automatically create them for you. Normally you have to do this manually in Amazon. So you can do a broad bid of 50 cents, a phrase bid of 77 cents and an exact bid of, 111. Now, once you create all this, all you do is hit send campaigns to Amazon and you're done. So it's extremely streamlined. You can create a lot of great campaigns, PPC campaigns using this very quickly. The other really cool thing about this tool is you can paste like 20,000 keywords, I think was the most I've ever done. And we will automatically break those out into separate ad groups. So you don't have to manually do that, which is something you do have to do if you're trying that on Amazon. Next up, we have our Rainmaker tool. What this tool does is it automatically optimizes your PPC. So you would import your data here, and then you can go to a specific campaign or even a specific ad group and make changes, or you can make changes to your entire account, which would just be leaving these blank, setting a target ACoS, advertising cost of sales, your zero sale product keyword. This is if you've spent money and had clicks and had no sales, to reduce that bid for that keyword. And then these are kind of safety measures here. So you can say on all my keywords, I want a minimum bid of 25 cents and a maximum of 110. That means no matter what we look at when it comes to automatically adjusting your bids, you won't go under this value and over that value. And it's broken down to phrase, broad, phrase, exact, and product bids. So you can really make sure that you don't overbid on some of those keywords. All right, next up we have Traffic Titan. What this does is automatically spools up Google Ads, Google advertising for you to send traffic to your Amazon listing. Cool thing about this tool is we automatically generate two-step URLs, which will get you ranked for specific keywords. So once again, if we were doing our water bottle example, it would be a good idea to spell it correctly. Let's try that again, even though it looks like it worked anyway. All right, so we're going to go in here, and you can see here we got a bunch of examples. You can either try to get really specific and just bid on stuff that is very relevant to your product, or you can add everything. If you want to add everything, you just click there, hit add, and you can see here we've got a list of 300 keywords, which are quite a bit that we're going to add to our ad group. You would hit continue. Here's where you do your campaign title, your daily budget, all that fun stuff. We'll do a quick example here just to show you. Most of the stuff you can leave as default. We're just going to say ad group 1. Default bid, we're going to say 51 cents. Here are all our keywords. You can add to these to this list of keywords if you have a manual keyword tool or you're using a different keyword tool. You can add to that. Once we got that, we can save and continue. This is where the magic happens. You can click on this create two-step URLs. You could say two-step brand or storefront if you are a registered brand. So you have a brand registry on Amazon, you use that. If not, you would use the storefront. And then you would enter your storefront ID, which you will have to pull off of Amazon. And I believe we explained it in the training. You can get suggested keywords. So once again here, water bottle. All right, we can say, 1 second, water bottle. Get suggestions. You can see here's a bunch of water, some of the top search terms. We can hit OK. We would enter our ASIN of the product, our minimum price. So, if we're selling a $10 water bottle, we would want to do, maybe 99 cents as a minimum and $11 as a maximum. This is just to make sure that your product is filtered correctly. You'd hit generate. And what that would do is, let's go ahead and enter the same ASIN we were using here. And you can hit generate. And what that's going to do, storefront ID. We're going to make one up. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, there we go. So what that'll do is it'll automatically create these URLs for you that will be sent to Google. And each one of these URLs will be its own separate ad. And what this will do is it'll help you rank for all the keywords that you've included. So water bottle brush, water bottle stickers, water bottle with filters. All of these will get pushed to Google Ads. And when somebody clicks on that ad and then purchases your product, you will get ranked for things like water bottle stickers. So this is a really, really neat tool. This is one of the tools that nobody else has currently, and one of the tools that's highly innovative and will help you rank quickly. All right, next is our Daydream tool. Now, what this tool does is it allows you to start and stop campaigns at different times of day. So that's extremely useful. So make sure that you try this out. So in other words, if you want to start your ads at 7 in the morning and make them go till 9 p.m. at night, this will do that, and it'll turn your ads off, say like in the middle of the night. So if you have Chinese competitors trying to click on your ads in the middle of the night, also in the middle of the night, very few people are converting. They're mostly just window shopping, or what I like to say is browser shopping. So you would want to disable your ads during that time. Definitely want to test this, give it a try, see if it helps your ACoS and your advertising costs. All right, last but not least, our Pandora tool. What this tool does is gets you the keywords for your competitors. So once again, if we use our example of a thermostat, the Nest thermostat, you can see here, it continues to look. So let me move myself down here. So you can see here, we've got 601 words that this thermostat has converted for. So you can see all the different keywords that this product has converted for, which is really, really neat, because you can go, if you were a competitor to this thermostat, you could go and bid on all these keywords in your PPC, or include some of these in your listing. Now, what you want to be sure of is that if you include any competitors' keywords in your product listing, you have to make sure that you're using it in a way that's safe. That's a whole nother conversation, but this is just a quick overview of these tools and how they work. Hopefully you've gotten a lot of info from this, and it will help you get your product live and get some traction on that. If you need any help with it, make sure you reach out to one of the team, and we will make sure that we get you on the right track. Thank you so much, guys, for checking this out. And once again, that's sellerseo.com. When you get to the site, you can sign up for a free trial to get access to these tools. You don't even need a credit card, and it'll really help you get on your way in terms of gaining traction on Amazon. Have a great day.